Welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator. This time it is Southampton, Great Britain to Ostrava, Czech Republic. And we'll find out what we're hauling in just a minute when I load the profile. As you can see on the screen, we're driving a Volvo FH16. Hey, there's somebody in the office back there. I've never noticed that before. I have some upgrades done to it. I did a lot of chrome wheels and handles and stuff. It's solid black in color. I got some pretty fancy horns on it. They kind of crank, and some lights and a bull bar. Nothing terribly exciting, but dresses it up a little bit. I've been debating putting a custom paint job on it as one of the options, and that's something maybe we can talk about while I'm driving if somebody's got some ideas. Looks like we're hauling empty trailers. So we're a trailer truck hauling trailers all the way across Europe. What's interesting is this is a left drive truck because it's designed for mainland Europe, so we're going to be driving on the left side of the road. It'll look like we're in the gutter on the streets, at least until we cross the channel. Looks like we're leaving it Saturday at 9:57 British time, and our current arrival estimate is Sunday at 9:13 British time. We have to be there no later than Monday at 5:18, so we got good time to work with here. We get about 11 hours of driving per day. Probably going to put us just about on schedule. We do have to get fuel on our way out of Southampton, so let me pull up a map and see what we can do. I'm going to pull into the service area over here too and let you guys give me a recommendation on an upgrade. See if there's any paint jobs that you guys like, and I'll buy them if there are. How about that? First, though, I want to drive into this place. Why is it not letting me change the order? I just want to drive by that on our way to... Well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull out of here and go left, and I want to drive by this place here just so it opens it up and unlocks it. I think it's an employment where I can hire drivers, and then we'll pull into this place down here and get some services done, and then we will head on out of town. Park and brake is off, engine is running. We are all hooked up. There's just a quick shot of what we're carrying. End of our truck. And like I said, I'm going to turn left out of here, and I just have to remember that I'm driving on the left side of the road because I will forget that, being from the US and doing most of my driving in the game in mainland Europe. That's a red light. Let's see if we can go left on red. Nope. So for future reference, I can't go left on red in the UK. Interesting. Okay. Guess that's how we learned at a tune of €360. Yeah, that's employment, and I bet it's not going to unlock because I'm not on that street. Oh well. I'm not looping around to get to it. We are going to pull into here, see if the truck needs any servicing, and also take a look at paint jobs, because although my tendency is to keep it straight black, I think it might be fun to put some color on it. So let's start with service. Truck needs nothing. I must have done it when I stopped before. Alright, so we got some paint options here. Where do I go for that? Here. and keep it like it is. We can go with aquamarine. I'm not thrilled with that. I can do some custom coloring, like maybe a nice metallic blue. Yeah, I'm not inclined to do the custom coloring. Okay. I can do that little flamey thing. Yeah, I'm not really thrilled with any of these paint jobs, to be honest with you. None of them are exciting to me. That one's not too bad. It's subtle. Racing stripe on my truck just doesn't feel right. Ooh. Ooh, we like that. That might be the one. Yep, we're going to do it. 22,000 euro. Paint it. Okay. Now that I blew 22,000 euro on that, let's hit the road again. Got our fancy paint job. Good enough room here to turn around? Yep. Note to self, we're driving on the left side of the road. Nothing coming. And we're ready to roll, but we're not going to make a left on red again. Not with what happened last time. I like that. I like how the light goes from red to yellow to green. It's like, get ready to go. In the UK, the speeds are in miles per hour, but my truck's in kilometers, so I have to keep that in mind. I think 2K over, which is probably like 1 mile an hour, is going to be okay. Can't imagine them busting me for that. So this, I'm guessing, is going to be about an hour and a half video, for anybody who might have been wondering. Yeah, I know I'm needing fuel. I'm getting there. There's one on the highway right up here. Ouch. So if he's a typical AI driver, he's going to get to the end of the ramp and just stop. Nope, he didn't. Interesting. Well, we're still going to go around him. Alright, we're crossing the south of England. I think it's Dover where we pick up the shuttle. Over the limit. It's about 1.5 miles an hour. It should be okay. Excuse me. Maybe 2 miles an hour. Still, I can't imagine the police busting us for that. What I can feel though is the truck tipping a little bit. So we'll drop down to 95. Through those curves, we can pick speed back up. What are we hauling for? NBFC. Only 11 tons, these trailers, that's light. You can haul that all day long. You can probably get good gas mileage doing it. Oh, we got some tunnel ahead. Last night, or the other night, we tried to do a tunnel count, and I think we all lost count, but it was either 8 or 9 tunnels. I'm going to try to do it again tonight. So this is tunnel number 1. Really? You did bust me. Okay. Oh, the speed limit dropped. Alright, I earned it. So tunnel number 1. Tunnel number 1 in the Great Britain, UK. course you gotta put your brakes on right in front of me. You're an AI driver. Got some views of the ocean over there. The Atlantic. Excuse me. As I mentioned in the other video, I've got a little bit of the allergies going, so... Oh yay, let's go under the speed limit. That's fun. Can't really see around too well with this truck to see if I can pass safely. I can now, look at that. Oncoming. Nothing to see here, Mr. Police Officer. I thought these overpasses were interesting. They look like really old bridges, which is probably what they're made to look like. They're probably not really that old. Since there probably wasn't a freeway here when they would have been built then. Now, I have a theory that this counts as rest time, but we're going to check that out. I know with the ferries it does. So right now we're at 8 hours 28. So if my theory's right, we should be at around 9 hours when we come out of the other side here. Yep. Concept proven. It sure would be nice if you could open up the rest of that road. Looks like we're all alone on this video. Which is fine. I can't expect participation all the time. Can't expect participation all the time. Maybe some people will watch it afterward and be inclined to subscribe or like the video, which would help. I also want to look at the map and see which way it's sending us. Yep, that makes sense. Right across the middle. Yeah, I know I didn't stop there and I should have. Oh well, I've never encountered traffic in the Channel area. Oddly. And yet there's a bus. First time for everything. I guess I'll be more careful next time. Alright, 90 kph. As we cross France. Got a new paint job on the truck, so it looks sharp. Still find it amusing, a trailer hauling trailers. I gotta say, now that I have it working, I think the video streaming works very well. Video quality is phenomenal. I checked a couple of them out. I'm streaming at full 1080p. So based on this, we are going to drive until probably about 10 or 11 at night, which is good. After rest, that puts us back on the road in the morning as opposed to in the middle of the night. The next day, we probably won't get quite as much progress, but or not go quite as late. We'll still travel to 12 hours or 11 hours or whatever it allows. I've driven across France so many times now, though, that the landscape's getting a little boring. But we are taking a different route through southern Germany this time than I normally do. And into Czech Republic, which I keep thinking of as Czechoslovakia because I'm old. And I think when we get there, we're going to see if we can buy a garage and hire a driver. If not, I'll hire another driver out of my home garage. Are we going through Berlin? Because I really wanted to buy one there. No, we're not going to Berlin. Okay. Kassel wouldn't be a bad place, or Erfurt. I want somewhere nice and central to have a new garage. We'll have to think about that while we drive. Because if I could buy a garage there and put a driver in a truck, it would earn me some extra money. So the speed limit dropped to 70, but they thought they had to drop down to like 40 for some reason. Still got no viewers on this one, so maybe somebody will pick it up on a replay. This is really wacky, how they keep changing the speed on me because of intersections in the middle of the highway. Then again, they haven't hit me up for toll yet, which in France is normally 5 tolls by now. I think the only place worse for them is Italy. Italy also has absolutely insane drivers. Certifiable. And you see Lamborghini police cars in the game over there, which you would need to catch the drivers because they are insane. Of course, part of the problem, or difference too, is that the speed limits for trucks are so much different than those for cars. It makes it feel like everybody's going even faster than they are. In the US, it's usually the same, or maybe a 5-mile-an-hour difference, except maybe in California. Over here, you'll have trucks limited to 80 or 90 kph, and cars with a speed limit of 120 in some places. This is really strange. It's literally like it's routing me around all the toll booths, which is fine because the tolls are outrageous. Oh, we're hitting the German border. Speed limit will drop to 80 at the border. Or maybe not. Oh, are we going through Belgium? Maybe we're going through Belgium. Belgium's still 90. And this is Luxembourg. Luxembourg. Maybe this is Belgium we're skirting the edge of here. I know Germany truck speed limit is 80 from before. That might have been a Belgian flag. It didn't look right for the German flag to me. Oh, we have somebody watching. Welcome, whoever you are. And they're gone. Guess it wasn't good enough. Nice paint job on that trailer. Scout cars. I have a Haley squawking at me from across the room, for those of you who don't know who Haley is. One of the cats. If she'd come over here, I would pet her while I drive. But she won't, because she's a cat. And the definition of cat is jerk. Sometimes. Not always. She's usually pretty good. Minds her own business. She likes my game room because our other 3 cats hardly ever come out here. So it gives her her space. She doesn't play well with others, so sometimes they come out here and taunt her. And when they do, she growls and hisses and swipes at them. Usually that ends it. Sometimes not. Jane lately has been a little bit of an agitator to her. He'll come back here and just pick a fight. And yes, Jane is a he. He's named for Jane Cobb from Firefly. Haley is named for Haley's Comet. She's a 12-and-a-half-year-old Persian. And she's kind of a witch, but starts with B. At least with other cats. Or if somebody pets her where she doesn't like to be petted. She only likes the top of her head and sometimes under her chin petted. You go anywhere else, you're risking blood. She has almost no mouth because she's a Persian, but she has claws and they work well. And then the next cat in line is Vader. Vader is a tuxedo-colored Maine Coon. So he's a pretty big boned boy, pretty big bulky cat. Not fat, just big, very fluffy. Huge paws. And he was named for, obviously, Darth Vader because he's shiny and black and had a little bit of an attitude when he was a kitten. So I said, well, he's big and black and evil, let's name him Vader. And he is still a big kitten. He is probably the most playful kitten-like of our cats. He's 11 years old. And then we have Jane, which, as I said, is named after Jane Cobb. I also call him Moo Moo because he looks like a cow, and when he meows it sounds like a high-pitched moo. And we have Oliver, his brother, who was the dorkiest kitten in the world, and Oliver just seemed to be the name that stuck to him. And he is my little lover boy. He has stranger danger big time, but with my wife and I, he gets on our lap, he purrs, he brings my wife toys at night, and in the daytime he'll some of his favorite toys, he will bring them and drop them for her, which I've been told is a cat's way of saying they feel like you can't take care of yourself, so they're bringing you food. But he is just the cutest thing. He's my avatar on Discord, so if any of you have me on Discord, that's Oliver that's in my avatar. Here we are hitting the German border. Now the speed limit will drop to 80, I think. No? Was that not Germany? Is it sending us up in the Netherlands? It's definitely the German border. It'll drop any minute, probably. Unless there's this one highway that I haven't paid attention to is 90 and not 80. Or unless I'm out of my mind, and in reality, we're not in... Ooh, I gotta get over there. Maybe we're not in Germany. I thought that was a German flag. Oh, there we go, down to 80. Now I think it'll be 80 all the way through Germany and probably through Czech Republic, although I don't remember what the speed limit was there last time I was going through there. It's getting late, I'm going to turn the headlights on. We've got another, heck, we're going to drive to about, yeah, I think I said that before, about 10 o'clock at night. About 2200 is when we'll stop. Be nice and dark by then. $80K is only 50 miles an hour, which, again, by US standards is extremely slow on a highway. But US highways tend to be bigger and straighter, so I guess it kind of makes up for it. Or at least makes sense. Still nobody watching. I guess we're driving solo tonight. And I do not mean a smuggler. Nothing to smuggle. We only got trailers. See? Definitely not smuggling. Let's see on this straightaway if I can get a good drive-by shot. Ready? 3, 2, 1, drive-by. Nope, not a very good one. Bummer. Oh, it was starting a good one though, wasn't it? Look at that. I love that paint job. That looks really good. Wonder if I could have done the bottom half in blue. Bright blue would look good too. Although I think the red accents well, especially with this trailer I'm pulling. Too bad it's not my trailer. You can buy trailers in the game, but I haven't seen the point, because if you got a trailer and you're hauling it, dragging it around, you can't very well carry things that would not fit in that trailer, and I feel like that's going to limit the jobs I can take. And I really don't want to limit my jobs. I'd rather leave my options open. I'm sure the earnings are higher on those jobs proportionally, but this just makes more sense to me. Plus, I have a gut feeling that I would then have to learn how to back into the spots with trailers, and I am not good at that. Eventually, I will learn to do it, but we're not ready to do that yet. That's why you'll see I almost always do the easy drop-off option when we get to the end. Oh, we have a viewer. Hello? Say hello. Oh, viewer dropped again. I'm starting to wonder now if it's just some kind of search bot that keeps popping in here. Or something. Maybe I should offer to sing to get more viewers. No, that'd probably get me more trouble than anything. Somebody'd say I damage their eardrums. My voice is bad enough when I talk. It's a lot worse when I sing. I'm also talking a little softer, or I'm trying to, because I think my voice is a little less squawky that way. Really, really dislike my voice. But it's the only one I have. And I know that I could do, there's mics and stuff I can use to do voice alteration, but to me that doesn't seem right. It's disingenuous. If anybody watches this and has any suggestions for ways to improve, I welcome them and would like to hear them. While my goal is not to get, 5 million viewers or any of that, it would be nice to, it's always good to know where you can improve and do things better to make your stream or your presentation better for others. And I will consider any recommendations given. Keeping in mind I do not have NASA budget to work with. I have limited funds, so if it's going to cost, it'll have to be something I have to think about. I did have somebody suggest Twitch. I tried Twitch. I didn't have a really good experience with it. I'm more of a fan of YouTube anyway, so I think we're going to keep it here and not do the Twitch thing, at least for now, unless somebody can convince me otherwise. I have no plans to monetize this page or this viewership, but if it happens on its own, hey, I'll take it. I'm a capitalist, so I will take it if I can earn it. If I feel like I've earned it fair, then I'm willing to accept it. Looks like we're about to change highways up ahead. Got a little bit of light rain going. I put the wipers on intermittent. It's starting to get dark out as well. And that's the warning that the day's getting too long for my synthesized driver here. We got an hour and a half before we need to stop, so I will probably go until the next rest stop, and then we'll do an overnight quick rest, long rest, whatever they call it, and that'll put us into the wee hours. We'll probably be hitting the road about 5 or 6 a.m. I don't see anything on the map for a while, so hopefully we hit one before it becomes critical. Got a little bit of hiccups here. I'd rather not have to get off on highway into a town to do it, so. But if we have to, we have to. We'll deal with it. Hi, I was in the middle of a lane change there. Maybe this is part of the Autobahn. The way they're driving, it's like there's no speed limit. I still don't know what these trucks carry, and it bothers me. This one on the right here. Oh, there's some mess up ahead. I'm going to get in the left lane. Give this guy room to maneuver. Ooh, there's 3 police cars and 1 sports car. Looks like a Lambo. Somebody's getting in trouble. We are probably going to push us past the quote-unquote safe limit, which means you're going to start to see vision fade. That water tower looks like a missile ready to launch. Spaceship or a rocket. Turn right up here anyway, so we'll do the no-no and pass them on the right. Heading toward Frankfurt and Stuttgart, which, if memory serves, Stuttgart is where Porsches are built. Oh, we're not heading to Stuttgart. We gotta get over. Turn these wipers on to full too. It's getting rainy. I think we're gonna make it to that green, which should have a rest stop as well as fuel. Hopefully. We're probably over limit now. Nope, 23 more minutes. Gonna be close, folks. Gonna be real close. Oh, we have a viewer again. Hello. How are you? Gonna be another one that just pops in and out, or are we gonna say hello tonight? Or we're just gonna watch in silence. You might have me muted for whatever reason. Hear me greeting you. Yes, I know I'm getting tired, and I'm about to find a place to park. It's right up there, that little green thing. There's going to be gas and a parking area there, I almost guarantee it. Yep, parking, see? 500 meters. We can make it 500 meters in 3 minutes. So that'll put us back on the road around 7 a.m., which will be good. It'll be light out again. Ooh, lightning. How about that? Should I top off the fuel? No, I don't need fuel. And if memory serves, Germany is expensive. I think I still have to go around this way to get to parking though. Yeah, we'll pull right up in front of this ProSped guy. Oh, come on, that's not going to be a valid parking space? Well, we're going to have to back up then, because there's no way we're getting back on that highway in this condition. I'm doing just what I hate doing, which is backing up a trailer. There we go. Sleep. The rain has stopped. We don't need the headlights anymore, but we will keep the marker lights on just because it makes me feel safer. And we'll move on out. One thing, this truck has really good power. I forget what motor. I put it whatever the biggest motor they allowed in it was. Probably cost me a little bit in economy, but the fact that it has some pickup when I have to get out of somewhere or go up a hill is nice. Alright, so we're just south of, or going to be going south of Erfurt. Let's pop out to the map for a second, take a quick look at our route. So we're going to cross toward Dresden, down to Praha, which I believe is Prague. I don't know what that actually is, and then to Ostrava. And Ostrava might, is that Czech or is that Slovak? Yeah, it's Czech, okay. Nice sunny morning after that night of rain. That's good. Temperature outside is 21 Celsius, which is what, about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Kind of a nice day. Have to say so. We have 9 hours left in this journey and 10 hours before we have to rest, so we'll be good. One rest. We do not need to rest again. We're going to get there just at the end of our shift, which is perfect. We're also going to get there quite early. They don't have to be there until Monday at 5:18. We're going to get there 12 hours early. Part of me thinks it should give you a little bonus when you do that, but I know the reason why it doesn't, because sometimes they don't want the delivery until a certain time. It's in their way or whatever. There is an option for just-in-time deliveries, and some of the deliveries will have that. And those ones you have to deliver within the window, after the start time, before the end time. You get penalized if you're early, just like if you're late. So we're good on fuel, we're good on sleep, we're good to go. We'll be there at a reasonable time. Just coasting down this hill. That guy just almost rear-ended me. Straight shot across this part of Germany. So my guesstimate is about 20 to 30 minutes left in this video, then we'll be done for the night. I may play some Forza Horizon 4, but I don't think I'll stream that when I do it. We have a neighbor who has a dog in their backyard that barks an awful lot. It's not super loud. He sounds like some kind of beagle. It just makes you wonder when you hear him outside barking all the time like that if something's wrong. They seem to love their pets and take care of them, so I don't think there's anything malicious, but they have a lot of animals, and that makes me wonder how much attention they can give to each of them. I think they have 8 or 9 cats plus the dog, and I think I heard they have some other pet, I can't remember what it was, guinea pig, or I don't remember. Anyway, I'm sure everything's fine. I'm not trying to say they're bad people or anything. They seem nice overall. They are exactly what I want in a neighbor, which is a neighbor that minds their own business and lives their own life, and if we want interaction, we have it. If we don't, they leave us alone. It'd be nice if everybody could be that way. I've got 2 neighbors I haven't met yet. One of them's never outside, and the other one I only saw outside once, and it was raining, and I said, well, I ain't going out to greet him in the rain. Sorry about that, I bumped the mic. Just seeing if everybody's awake. Everybody being me and that one person watching. Passing Dresden. Making some good progress here. was a little tight of a corner for 80. And I'm a little paranoid about rollovers because last night I had a rollover in American Truck Simulator. So I take my corners a little slower now. We're about to pass into Czech Republic, leaving Germany. Don't know what, if anything, that's going to do to the speed limit. Would be really nice if it went back up to 90. But I bet it won't. So we were counting tunnels. This is literally only the second tunnel on this trip. We had one in Great Britain shortly after we left Southampton, and we have this one. And I don't know if there'll be more. Quite different than yesterday's trip, that's for sure. We had lots of tunnels there. And this is a pretty long one too. Not the longest I've been in by far, but it is long. I'm going to try to do a trip up to Norway so I can show you guys where the tunnel is as a roundabout inside it. I thought it was really strange. There's at least one that way when you wind your way through the mountains of Norway from Sweden. Well, that's an interesting bridge. Looks like it might be a walking bridge. Wow. Interesting. Oh, excuse me, hang on. It's nearing 8 p.m. here, and that's when my batteries start going down, even though I've been drinking some Dr. Pepper. I don't know if Dr. Pepper's caffeinated or not, but if it is, it's not caffeinating me. Of course, I've only been sipping at it. Alright, we're going to pass through Prague, and I might get off the highway there since we're running so early. And you see those two question marks? Those are undiscovered locations. It might be nice to pick those up. Let me look at the map. See how disruptive that'll be. Oh, well, we're going to go right by one of them anyway. So let's do this. Let's route ourselves this way and go by the other one. Haha. Yep, that's what we'll do. That'll probably only add a half hour to the trip, and we got plenty of time to spare. I didn't see what we had for time before, but I'm guessing it was half hour to 45 minutes less than this. And this is the first time I think I've, yeah, it is. Look at the map, it's just finishing. First time I've driven into Prague, so excitement. Let's not try to get all excited at once over it. Up to 80 here. I'm only going a short distance and then turning left. Something about Eastern European architecture I've always liked. I know Czech is kind of more Central Europe, but look like Fiat 500L. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. I'm not really up on my Euro cars, so. I mean, I'm up on, you know, the luxury brands and such, but I'm talking about the others. I guess this counts as tunnel number 3, even though it was kind of a little bit of a detour. That's 3 tunnels on this trip so far. I think that's a neat pun, cell plan. Like cellular phone plan, cell, except it's spelled S-E-L-L because it's a store. And they seem to be general merchandise when I've carried for them before. Okay, recruitment. That answers what that one is. Euro goodies, I think, is food, if I remember from previous deliveries. Train going over. Short train. Trains in this team tend to be a little bit short. I don't know if it's just because they don't want us have to wait as long when we're at a crossing or what. So this is one of the tricks, is the way these are positioned. If I pull right up to the line, I can't see when the light changes. So I have to stop right about here, which, as you can see, is a half a car length behind. I need nothing that's here, so we're just going to drive through. We don't need to rest. We don't need to repair. Guess you should have been in the right lane if you wanted to turn right. Alright, looks like it is a Renault truck dealer. See, now I can't see the light. Can just see the green at the bottom now. There we go. On the far right. And yellow means I can start rolling because there's no way I'm going to hit that line before it turns green. I'm going to stay in the left lane because it looks like up ahead it wants me in the left lane anyway. Based on the fact it's jumping back up to 80, I'm guessing we're back into freeway territory. Or motorway, or speedway, or whatever it's called over here. I would have called it highway where I grew up, but here in Texas it's freeway. I think in the UK it's motorway, and I heard somebody Dutch call it a speedway, so I don't know what it is. It is a divided road on which you can go faster. This is very interesting. I just realized I've avoided all tolls on this road. We haven't had one toll booth. We crossed France without hitting a toll booth. I didn't know that was possible. So if I do a stream tomorrow, it'll either be earlier in the day, it'll have to be earlier in the day, because I have a D&D game that starts at 7 p.m. on Roll20 that goes until probably 10 p.m. my time, maybe 11 p.m. my time, so I will not be streaming in the evening. If I stream, it'll probably be mid-afternoon, like around 3 or 4 o'clock, and it'll probably only be one stream, depending on how early I start and how I feel. So the one person watching this knows that now, and if they're listening, anybody who replays it without it being on silent will also know it. Everybody else will have to guess. Some pretty steep climbing back there. I think we're getting very near our destination. Oh no, 3.5 hours. Game time. We still have 5.5 hours before rest. Interesting, another glass wall along the side. It just does not seem cost effective to me. It does make it prettier though. Construction ahead. Alright, we gotta get into the other lane. What was that? Oh, I clipped him when I moved over. I didn't realize that. Bad me. That was my first bad move tonight. I didn't have any incidents on my trip from Las Vegas to Astoria, and I hadn't had any incidents on this trip so far. Ruined a perfect day. Now I may as well just crash into something. Kidding. Yeah, Central Europe is not the most exciting place to drive as far as scenery. Switzerland's really cool, and Austria, and down in that area. Italy's kind of fun in places. Norway and Sweden, when you get into the mountains, are pretty good. But Germany and most of Poland, France, Netherlands, Belgium, pretty flat, pretty boring. I'm sure they're much prettier in real life, but in the game they just seem like, yep, grass, gentle hills, some trees. Looks like everywhere else on the planet. Not going to go north into Poland, so let's get in this other lane. Ah, that was your fault. You hit the back of me. I should not get fined for that one. I am not taking heat for that one. I had completed my lane change. Unfortunately, I still get fined because there's no appeal. But that was bogus. 2% is normal wear and tear though, so we haven't taken any damage from any of this. That's a jerk who did it. Not that I'm taking it personal or anything. Oh, we're just at Brno. We're not going to get off and clear that question mark in this one. We'll just truck on through. I'm ready to drop this load off and collect my 50,000 euro. $50,000's not bad for this trip. Considering just a couple of trailers. 50,000 is about $60,000 US. I figure my costs on it were probably $3,000 or $4,000, maybe a little more. So it's not too bad. $50,000 profit. Be in the left lane up here. Well, that's an interesting structure. Is that part of the factory I saw over there? Yep, some kind of big silo. Makes you wonder what they're cooking in there. Field full of dandelions. Look at that. Or sunflowers. Sunflowers. 1 hour 52 and 3 hours 50. So we're got 2 hours ahead of our rest schedule, which is good. We'll drop off the load. If there's a repair station, we'll repair, fuel up, and find a place to rest. Then we'll pick up our next delivery to be ready for the next time we want to stream. It's usually how I like to do it. I like to end it with my pickup for the next time. That way I'm kind of know what I'm going to get next time I go. Oh, you know what? I may change that policy. I may start with this video not doing that. I'll do everything except pick up my next one or get my next one. And that way when we start it, we can decide what we're going to take and haul. A little bit of mystery until we start the video. It just means I can't have the description say where I'm going to anymore. It'll just say, I can change the description after it's done, but for the people who are watching it live, it'll just say leaving such and such or from such and such. You know, I'm going to hop off here and grab some fuel so I don't have to do that in town. Ooh, 111 euro. That's cheap. That's a really good price for fuel. Probably still going to come close to 1,000 euro though. No, maybe not. Oh, nice. A lot less than I'm used to spending. Very nice of that Scania truck to let me in. You gonna hit me too? No, this one decided not to rear end me, which is good. It saves me 400 euro on the fine that I shouldn't be getting to start with. Somebody's messaging me on Discord. I won't be able to check that until I get done. That's the third or fourth one since we started. Got birdies in the sky up ahead. Little touches like that are what I like about these games. See birds, you'll see skydivers, hot air balloons, sometimes just people doing stuff on the side of the road. If there's a construction site, they're actually doing something rather than just static images there. It's all good. It all adds to the realism of the game. We have stupid speed cameras. The only thing that does for the game is irritate me. That looks like a Ford Focus ST. When I start hating the AI drivers, one does something like that nicely, pulls over and lets me out. And I have to retract some of the bad things I say about them. Only some of them, though. Looks like a very industrial town. We're going to go right up here at the intersection, just so we can claim that unknown location. Oh, I don't need to pull in. Good. Don't know what a yellow triangle means, so we're going to pretend it means that I get to go. Or yellow diamond, not yellow triangle. This one means yield, and I think it generally means stop as well. there we are. Now we're going to go over here, we're going to go to the map, and we're going to see what we can do for... So we can go service here and rest here. Perfect. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to service and rest there, and then we're going to call it a night. Oh, the acceleration when this thing is empty is amazing. Alright, well, so they went right through the diamond. So apparently the diamond just means be careful. Alright. Service first, then we'll pull over into one of those spots and fuel up. Or not fuel up, rest up. Alright folks, that's the end of this this stream. Thank you again for watching, and we will pick it up. I'm going to do a double rest. We will pick it up on Monday at noonish. I don't know when we'll stream again. Like I said, it might be tomorrow, it might not. But that's basically it. Thank you. Good night.